Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, as usual, I do it every single time. I will continue to do it every single time because it's important. Listen, if you want to be a part of this community, the best community on these internet streets, then you're invited in. I know you've been hanging out with us over there in the comments. I mean, with all those terrific people, and you still hadn't subscribed. I don't understand why. It is so easy. Go down in your settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too, so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Woo, I'm telling you, I'm gaining ground, y'all. I am gaining on it. I am. And it's all because of y'all. So keep those thumbs up coming. Also, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all of the readers who decide to support the channel by watching the commercials. As usual, you're doing a bang up job and it helps so very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Over in the corner, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting this channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative to have that support. If you just want to do a one-time donation, that's okay. Look around down there, find that super thanks button and click it. I promise you, if you do, I'll be so grateful. All donations to the channel is always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, we do have some super thanks, and let me tell you, it is some of my favorite people. It is. First up is my faithful Yulette. She is the best, and I am not exaggerating. She is the best. She is always coming through. She's always been supportive. She is a ride or die, ride or die, ride or die. She is. And I appreciate her so very much. So thank you, Yvette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for riding so hard for the read. Yes. And my man Kevon Slims came through. Yes, he did. He came on through. Kevon has been with me for a while, and he is a ride or die, ride or die. Now, he is not real active in the comments, but I tell you, when he drops something in the comments, I get so tickled. He is so funny. He is, and he's so smart. And I am so grateful that he is a part of this community. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for riding with the read. Thank you. And Kat Harlem came through. Yes, she did. Cool, Kat Harlem. She is everything. She is so smart and so thought-provoking. She is. Her comments are just chef's kiss. And I am so grateful that she is a part of this community. I am. So thank you, Kat. Thank you for the super thanks. But most of all, thank you for being here. And Christina Trejo. Christina came through. She did. Christina, now she has been with me for a while and she is so supportive. She's not always in the comments, but she is always there supporting. And I am so grateful and so thankful to have Christina as a part of this community. So thank you, Christina. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for riding with the read. And thank you for being here. And Berkeley Melrose came through. Yes. Berkeley Melrose is the bomb.com. She is always in the comments. She is always coming with these really good comments. I mean, I read every one of hers because she is so smart. She really gets to the bottom, to the root of what is going on all the time. And I am so grateful and so thankful that she is a part of this community because she is amazing. She is. So thank you, Berkeley Melrose. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here, being a part of this community, and making it better with your presence. All right, y'all. I'm going to play this and we'll talk on the other side. All right, y'all. I want to give another quick shout out to Let, Kevin Slims, Cool Cat Harlem, Christina Trejo, and Berkeley Melrose. Y'all are the best. Y'all are. Y'all keep me going. Y'all are the wind beneath my wings. Y'all are everything. So thank you for coming through. But most of all, thank you for being here, being present, being a part of this community. It means everything to me. It really, really does. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets, and let me tell you, I have been in these streets today because these streets are hot, hot, hot. I'm telling you, that family over there, oh my goodness. It is really, really getting really tough for them. It is. It is a congressman that came out today, and I'm telling you, seemed like he embodied me. All the words that I wanted to say to that family over there, he was saying it to the world. He was, and he talked about the horse. So we gonna talk about it too. It was so good. He just absolutely just said everything that needed to be said. And Willie and Kitty came out with a 2 or 3 word statement, and people are dragging them for filth about it. Even the ones who usually protects them and props them up, yes, they are dragging them as well. Those people are in trouble. When the rats start jumping off the ship, like the rats are jumping off the ship at this moment, they're in trouble. And they're not the only one. The Norway rolls, and I tell you, it's a lot of people in trouble over there in Norway. They say when all this stuff come out, it is going to burn the houses of Windsor and those royal palaces over there in Europe all the way down, because it was some stuff going on that even I find it hard to believe. But that's what they're saying. And it includes cannibalism. Believe it or not, yes, it has gotten just that weird. It has gotten just that crazy. And we're going to talk about that. And of course, we got to talk about Megan. Megan popped out. I know I'm late about it. I know everybody else has talked about it, but I'm still going to talk about it. I hadn't talked about it. We hadn't talked about it. So we are going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about Charles, his statement. He made a statement as well. And let me tell you, he is ready to let the police come and get Andrew. I never thought I would live to see the day or believe that it ever would be a day that the police would drive on to one of those royal properties and handcuff one of them. But I believe that Andrew might actually have to go to jail. I'm telling you, because it's something that has come out that is rocking the place over there. Y'all remember in my last podcast, I was telling y'all about Andrew Lowry saying that was something was going to come out. And I was telling you, I don't trust him because he lied on Harry, saying that Harry attacked Andrew. And we know that that was a bald-faced lie. And Harry came out and told him to his face that that was a bald-faced lie. And he backpedaled and booty popped on it. But I tell you what, like I said in my last podcast, even a broke clock is right twice a day. And he was right. And this new story that's coming out is going to put Andrew possibly behind bars. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Norway. The rats are starting to jump off the ship over there as well. Yes, it is some dominoes beginning to fall over there as well. So, yes, we have a jam packed podcast today. I'm not going to keep you long. I always try not to keep you long, but I promise you I'm going to keep you entertained. So, let's get going, y'all. Let's get going because we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to start with this. And of course, the first thing off the bat I want to talk about is our Duchess. Yes, she was outside and she looked so amazing. She was out for the 15% pledge gala, and Megan showed up looking like the epitome of old Hollywood. Megan looked like Dorothy Dandridge or Lena Horne showing up to one of their movie premieres. She looked impeccable. She looked so elegant. She looked like a dream. She did. She was absolutely perfect. Everything from her hair, from her jewelry, the dress. Oh my goodness. She knocked it out of the park again. She did. And I don't even know how it could have been better. The only way it could have been better, Harry had a showed up dressed to the nines in an Armani tuxedo. Yes, that's the only way I could see it to be better. But it was chef's kiss as it was perfection, and they hated her. Oh my God. The trolls, the derangers. Oh my God. They just absolutely flipped out. The flying monkeys didn't have time to because they got their hands full with that family over there across the pond trying to resuscitate them because they are drowning. But Megan absolutely put her foot firmly on all of her haters' necks and refuse to take it off. Yes, I'm telling you, Megan was out of this world. She was, and I loved every minute of it. Y'all can tell I have just gone off. I just gone off just thinking about it and just seeing the pictures, the pictures. Oh my goodness. But let's get into what Hello Canada said about it. Hello Canada said Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, made a surprise solo, and they use that word solo. I saw a lot of the squatties taking issue to that word solo. And Megan is not solo. Megan goes and does things on her own as well as Harry. They are not attached at the hip. They are two complete individuals that come together to make a superstar couple, but separately, they are just as dynamic. So I know that's hard for them to get their head around. I know that anybody and everybody over there across the pond, they cannot pull the weight on their own. But Harry and Meghan, Harry doesn't need Meghan, and Meghan doesn't need Harry to pull any kind of weight or show any kind of sway whatsoever. They are fully able to own the room by themselves. So, yes, it goes on and says, after you use that word solo, red carpet appearance at Tina Knowles' 15% pledge gala in LA. The royal mother of two and wife of Prince Harry exuded old Hollywood glamour in a custom strapless Harbison's studio gown with dramatic train. Yes, and that train absolutely was dramatic. Somebody needed to slap it to calm it down. It was everything, was it not? Look at it. Oh my God, the top of the dress, everything. And I saw even where Scammy was commenting on it, talking about she was better looking than Megan, talking about Megan didn't have any boobs. And the squatties, as far as I can see, Megan's boobs are boobing. As far as I can see, this dress fits Megan impeccably. It just must be torture. And when I say torture, I mean torture for Scammy. To have to sit there and watch your younger sister that you have always considered less than be greater than you in every way. And you are so jealous that you have to resort to commenting on how her beautiful designer dress that she wore to a gala that you wouldn't be able to serve at. You're reduced to commenting on how her boobs look in her couture gown. Woo! That right there must really hurt. And so, yeah, we know Megan absolutely killed them when Scammy rolled out to try to drop some kind of hate on Megan. We know Scammy is just like a hate cuckoo clock. If she comes out and talks her nonsense, cuckoo, cuckoo, Megan has absolutely blown them up. And that's exactly what happened this time around. They are just so mad. They are. They're mad because they can't be her. I love it. And I'm going to put this up. Harbison's Instagram posted this, and there it is. Everything that Megan had on, the earrings, the cape, well, the train, the dress, the shoes, everything. Everything was just so beautiful. It was. I'm telling you, it was just, I am speechless. That's how good it was. And this squatty posted this and said, here you are. Go on their Insta. They are posting about her. Yes, there it is. And I'm going to put this up because this whole gala was in honor of Miss Tina Knowles. And there she is, and there Megan is, and they are both dressed in Arbison. And I must say, looking spectacular. Yes, they look so good. I mean, Miss Tina is on up there in age and she is looking so beautiful these days. She really, really is. And so this is what it says. It says Miss Tina won the Trailblazer Award at last night's annual 15% Pledge Gala. Both she and Megan wore custom gowns by Harbison Studios. I'm telling you, this designer, he is absolutely genius. Now, it's my understanding that he is not new to Megan. Him and Megan have a relationship going back 10 years. Megan had plenty of fashion contacts. And that is why I chuckle as I throw my head back at Kitty Cat, thinking that somehow Megan would want some of her fashion contacts. This goes to show that these people live in a bubble and they don't know that other people have actually lived lives way better than theirs. Yes, you think that you live on the tippy top. Well, it's plenty of people who have lived better lives and have better friendships and better connections. So I just love this for Megan, and I love it for Kitty Cat. Every time Megan shows up, she absolutely shows Kitty Cat that she didn't need her and never needed her in any form or fashion because she is an original and Kitty Cat is a copy. And this particular squatty said, while the royal family's past crimes catch up with them, Meghan is living her life away from those people who tried to Diana her. Be happy, my girl. Be happy. Yes, yes, yes. I love this post because it's so true. How many times have I said that they tried to Diana Meghan? They did. But Harry was having none of it. And here she is, shining like a diamond. Yes. I love seeing Meghan happy. I love seeing her absolutely shine while that family across the pond is going up in flames. And I must say, I love it. I do. I love watching Meghan thrive. I do. And watching her thrive as that family across the pond is actually slipping down the drain. They're not circling anymore. They are holding on to the lip of the drain by their fingertips, by their fingernails, trying not to slip down the drain. It is desperate times over there, and Meghan is living her best life right in front of the world to see, in the face of all of their adversity. It is so delicious. It is. Just thinking how that family and that media over there did everything that they could to destroy her and Harry, to smear them, to discredit them, to try to get people to shun them, and it only resulted in their own demise. Their own demise, and I love it. That family is having a hard time over there, and Harry and Meghan can sit in their media room with popcorn and wine and watch it all burn down because they absolutely dodged that bullet. They did. And speaking of that family, look like Willie and Kitty has come out with a statement ahead of his tour of Saudi Arabia. And this is from the BBC, and it says William and Catherine deeply concerned over JE revelations. Now, what kind of nonsense is that? Deeply concerned. That is such a non-statement statement. It's just so useless. What does it mean? I mean, it means nothing. Aren't you supposed to be the future king of the United Kingdom? I mean, this is the best you can do, you and your future consort. I mean, it really, really reeks of weakness to me. And I don't understand why I even bother with it, to tell you the truth. Why even say anything if you're not going to say anything? And I'm going to put the statement up. Here's the statement. A royal spokesman said, I can confirm that the prince and princess have been deeply concerned by the continued revelations. Their thoughts remain focused on the victims. Now, isn't that a non-statement statement? Why did they even bother to put this out? Well, later we're going to discuss why they bothered to put this out. But yeah, this is what? A 3 or 4 sentence statement? Why bother with this nonsense? And let me tell you, they got drugged for it. They did. They might as well had stayed silent. And even flying monkeys are dragging them for this statement. I kid you not. A.N. Wilson, Pierce Morgan, Jabo, they're all saying that they're in trouble. They're really, really in trouble this time. And I'm telling you, it is getting really scary for them. And that is the reason why they put out a statement, and so did Charles. I kid you not. It is a mess over there. I bet you their world has never been so shaken up ever. They're running scared. You can tell they are petrified. And I just love it for them. I do. And this particular squatty posted that statement from Willie and Kitty and said, Prince William and Kate casually drove Prince Andrew to church to showcase that their uncle wasn't shunned by the family and that the subject shouldn't either. A loud message. Then Willie was said to be very worried about poor Andrew's mental health. This is gaslighting. And now he's saying that he has no problem with the police arresting him, pretty much saying that he has no problem with the police taking, doing whatever they have to do with Andrew. All of a sudden, something different, something shifted, something changed, and we know what it is. All of this evidence just keeps on coming, the drip, drip, drip of it. And also the drumbeat of people who want accountability. They want it. More and more there's stuff coming out that these people was even cannibals, eating babies. I kid you not. This was the most heathenistic bunch of people ever. I mean, totally sadistic. Some of the things that are coming out that was done on that ranch in New Mexico, Ranch Zorro, accusations of alleged cannibalism, baby farming, ape of very small children. It is just horrific of what is being said that happened on this ranch in New Mexico. And we're not talking about low class people. We're not talking about the very, very poor people. We're talking about the richest of the rich people participating in all of this heathenistic nonsense. I mean, with 9-year olds, 10-year olds, 13-year olds, children, babies. Yeah, and this is what Prince Andrew was a part of. This is what Sir Richard Branson was a part of. This is what Bill Gates was a part of. This is what the one shall not be named was a part of. The so-called captains of industry was involved in aping children. It is really hard to get your head around it. It really is. I mean, I don't see how they were able to do this, how they separated that part of them from who they presented themselves to be. But they did it. And I really feel that this particular scandal is going to bring down some monarchies. I do. Now, the British monarchy has a better chance of withstanding what's going on than the Norwegian one because their futures are involved in this nonsense. But at least so far, the British monarchy's futures are not involved in it directly. Not like the one in Norway. So, yeah, it is some choppy waters ahead for these people. And I just love having popcorn and wine and watching. And then Squatty posted that article from the Daily Fail. You know, the one where Willie and Kitty drove Andrew to church, really validating their support for him. And this squatty said, Wales knew all about Prince Andrew and J.E. They did nothing. They did not care about the trafficking of babies, young girls, and women. William and Kate's mission was to rehabilitate child sex offender Andrew. Where's the lie? Because look at this article from the Fail. The title is Prince Andrew Traveling to Church with Prince William and Kate at Balmoral with a public statement of togetherness, but he will never return to official duties, royal expert says. There you go. There you go. A public statement of togetherness. So Willie and Kitty can now pretend like they absolutely care about the victims when they never cared about the victim who stepped forward and said Andrew had did these horrible things to her. Virginia Dufresne. They cared nothing about her whatsoever. And the only reason they care about her now is because of their exposure. Their soft underbelly has been exposed. And what we see is something that is not appealing at all. We are seeing very mediocre people who are very sadistic, evil, mean, and twisted. This squatty commenting on Willie and Kitty's statement that they released said this: agree 100%. Today's statement from Kensington Royal is just a PR damage limitation exercise. The entire family and firm was complicit in covering up the depths of Andrew's, his wife and daughter's relationship and dependence on J.E. Where is the lie? The whole York family, they're all so corrupt. I believe it's a lot that we don't know about what went on with those girls and how they were raised. It is really, really sickening to think about. And like I showed in my last podcast, how he ran his hand all the way down his daughter's whole body when they were out viewing the flowers for the queen when the queen passed away. Y'all remember that? That is not normal. And at the time, squatties called that out, and we were, accused of seeing something that wasn't there. Well, it looks like the there that we called out was there, because it's something really, really off in the House of York with that family. It really is. The father, the daughters, the mother, Sarah Ferguson. You cannot expect Beatrice and Eugenia to be normal people raised by these two crazy people. I mean, Andrew and Sarah Ferguson is your mom and dad, and you're supposed to be a normal person? I don't think so. And the more and more we get a look inside of the House of York through J.E. Files, it pretty much brings into focus how crazy these people are. And so, yeah, it is a mess. That family will never be the same again, and that might just be a good thing. And this squatty said, here is William being very concerned as he drove Andrew to Balmoral while refusing to give Harry a ride. Because he didn't look like he was so concerned back then. He looked like he was fully on board with the program, Project Rehabilitate Prince Andrew. Yes, he was fully on board on that. This squatty said the way these headlines backfired on them, it is so true. Squatties are digging up every headline. I mean, every one that Willie and Kitty was embracing Andrew back in the day. Yes, you cannot run away from it now. Don't run away from it, but they're trying to run away from it. That's what this pathetic 3-sentence statement from Willie and Kitty is all about. Them trying to run away and separate themselves from a man that they clearly supported in the past. And I mean, with their whole chest, they supported him, riding him to church, him getting on the plane with the rest of the family going up to Balmoral when the Queen died. Andrew was fully protected and fully welcomed back into the fold. This is why they said, oh my God, I love this for them. The spokesperson's word has backfired terribly. They are getting drugged on all fronts. Yes, they got the dragging of their lives about these 3 sentences. It is so hard for me to believe that they actually have a crisis manager. Anybody could have told them a 3-sentence response was not going to be good enough for the wolves. Yes, they smell royal blood and they are coming. They are on the hunt. Not the ones in the UK, but the other ones globally. I'm just saying. And in the comments, just getting drugged up and down these internet streets. And I'm going to put this up because it cannot be said enough what Megan said in the Oprah interview. And that is that they were willing to lie for some members of that family, but refused to tell the truth for her and her husband. And Meghan stood on business when she said that. And it has come out that every word that came out of Meghan and Harry's mouth in that interview was nothing but the truth. This squatty reposted another squatty that said, I hope that royal family is hounded wherever it effing goes. Deeply concerned my ours for F's sake. They shielded Andrew while demonizing Harry. Abolish them. It was as if they didn't even care about Harry and Meghan's lives. Not even the life of their small child, little Archie, at the time. I mean, it was sadistic. It was twisted. It was vicious the way they came at Harry and Meghan. I mean, it was just that bad. And the squatty that reposted this said, exactly, Prince Harry did say the royal family lied to protect some family members, but threw his family to the wolves. Exactly. Exactly. And let's not forget, he gave an example, and that was when he got in the car after the Syndrome Summit. And there he was told that a joint statement had been released, his name signed to it, and it said that Willie did not bully him and Meghan out of the family. Y'all remember that? And Harry was saying that that was a perfect example of them protecting Willie because he had signed no such statement. He had made no such statement, but he kept quiet at the time. And I think that's another reason why Willie is so mad with Harry, because Harry aired him out in spare. And Harry could have went farther than he did, but he pulled up at the end, only exposing some things that had already been out in the public. But Willie was acting so brand new, just like he was exposing things that had never been said before. And Willie acting shocked that Harry chose to protect his family. I believe he thought Harry's family was going to be his punching bag and Harry was going to be his punching bag. You know, that's the role of the spare, I guess. That's what they're saying. But Harry was having none of it. He was not going to allow that institution to abuse his family and his children. So he got the HE double hockey sticks out of Dodge, and they are still mad about it. But y'all, I could go into that forever because that right there makes me so mad. And I want to put this one up. And this squatty said, I believe that Prince William's new crisis manager did not handle her first crisis effectively. William and Kate are deeply concerned. That was a piss poor statement. It really was. They're paying her the big bucks to come up with a 2 or 3 sentence statement. I mean, it's just ridiculous, but okay. And it says, deeply concerned about JE, the same way Kate Middleton telling her servant that she is deeply concerned about being served cold tea. Because it was just a big fat nothing burger. It had nothing in it. Deeply concerned? Really? About what? You didn't even tell us what you're deeply concerned about. You said the victims. The victims of what? It was all a waste of time and something that they were trying to use to run interference to try to deflect from what was going on, because he was going to Saudi Arabia and he did not want any kind of interference in that. People saying you hadn't made a statement. I mean, it's the same old PR team. I don't understand how this new crisis manager has changed anything. It's the same old mediocre PR team. The same ones with their heads up their butts. They don't know anything. And this right here was such a failed attempt at trying to deflect. And I'm going to put this up because I think this squatty got it right. She absolutely strikes to the heart of what's going on with Willie and Kitty and why they decided to put this statement out. She says, so William and Kate are deeply concerned by the JE scandal that has engulfed the monarchy. That's nice. at Kensington Royal, at Royal Family, concerned that their entitlement and privilege may be threatened. Exactly. That is the reason. Their very survival. That's why we're getting these statements. That's why we are getting this whole concern from the British media, because they know that family is in trouble. And I mean big trouble, because people are finding out more and more about what's coming out of those JE files and what was going on that island. And a lot of what was going on, Andrew was right in the thick of it, and a whole lot of other powerful men as well. Sickening. It is sickening what is coming out. But yeah, they want to protect their entitlement and their privilege. And this particular squatty, I think, put it perfectly, saying not concerned enough to call the police. Exactly. If you're so concerned, why didn't you call the police instead of being, seen with him at church or driving him to church and just having him around your own children? But no concern there until all the things started to come out. And I want to emphasize things coming out, not things that they didn't already know, because they already knew about this. If you think that Charles and Willie did not have a full copy of the JE files, I have a bridge in California to sell you. They all knew. The Queen knew. Charles knew. Willie knew. They all have full access to intelligence. They do. They have been told and briefed about what is in the JE files. Don't get it twisted. These people know exactly what's coming out. They just thought that they could hold it all back, that it wasn't going to happen, that some people was going to have power enough, meaning the one that shall not be named would be able to keep it under wraps and not allow it to see the light of day. But that hadn't been the case, and here they are. And I'm telling you, I want to play this clip, and it is a clip of this congressman. His name is Ro Connor, and he is not holding back. He says everything that needs to be said. Yes. And it is so delicious how he comes at Camilla. Yes, he has no deference whatsoever. And y'all know I never have ever felt she deserved any. So I'm going to put his picture up. We're going to play the clip and we'll talk on the other side.
Next week.
Mr. Cameron, a British question, if I may. What do you say to the man formerly known as Prince Andrew Peter Mandelson, with regard to giving evidence to your committee?
Mandelson may bring down the whole government, from what I hear. He just engaged in terrible behavior. I mean, the allegations are very serious that he was working for Gordon Brown and then feeding information about UK possibly buying euros and having Epstein trade on that. I mean, it is a deeply, deeply troubling. And Epstein's, I saw this interview with Epstein's former girlfriend talking about how someone is a loser if they weren't mentioned in the Epstein files. It's a window into the elite impunity, this club. And by the way, I think this is the most vulnerable the British monarchy has ever been. I mean, I heard they were asking the Queen questions about the Epstein class. They ought to ask the King and Queen questions, and maybe this will be the end of the monarchy.
Do you think it could be the end of the monarchy?
Well, if they don't have answers, or if they're implicated with an Epstein class, not a good look for the British monarchy.
What questions does the King have to answer?
Well, the King has to answer what he knew. What he knew about Andrew. Just stripping Andrew of a title is not enough. I mean, Andrew needs to come before our committee and start answering questions. I mean, look, if you have allegations of raping a young girl, I don't think the appropriate punishment is you no longer get to be a prince. There's got to be more than that.
Do you think the royal family must have known something they're not telling us?
They need to answer, the king and queen, and I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand the British custom, but what's up with this? That you're going and someone's asking the queen a question, the queen is offended that she's being asking a question. I mean, come on. She wears the same clothes. She eats the same food. She's just a human being. She needs to answer the same questions anyone does.
And there you have it. He ate them up. He did. Did he not? Oh my goodness. He said he has no deference. She wears clothes just like everybody else. I'll tell you one thing, a statement like that would have never been made by a U.S. congressman during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. She was a shield for them, and now the shield is somewhere down in the tombs in Windsor. Okay, and so now people are showing no deference. This congressman just said with his full chest, how dare the horse be offended that people are asking her questions about what she knew? Because at the end of the day, she is a person just like everyone else. And we're talking about the ape of young girls. Oh, come on through now. Come on through. Their days of people showing deference is over. I've been saying it and saying it. And now the day is here. People don't care about Charles and his horse. They don't care about that. They have no deference. And I am loving it. I'm loving it. He called out Charles. He called out the horse. He called them all out. And he said that the monarchy may be no more. I don't think this has ever happened in the whole history of that monarchy over there, that an American official has called for the downfall of the monarchy. I love it, y'all. I love it. They are getting their comeuppance, and I could not be happier about it. Yes, karma has come. She has. She absolutely has showed up over there at Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace, and she's kissing everybody in the mouth. I love it, y'all. I'm gonna put this up. This particular squatty commented about this congressman coming for the royal family. This is a repost, and the original post said, Holy SHIT, Representative Rokana warned the JE scandal could shake the British monarchy to its core. This is the most vulnerable this monarchy has ever been. This could be the end. Yes, yes, yes. We know squatties have been talking about this. And this squatty reposted that and said, what in the 1770-ish is going on here? Yes, he came straight for the neck, didn't he? He did. I love it. And y'all remember in my last podcast, I talked about Andrew Lowry and how he was on this show hinting at it was a story going to come out and it had to do with national security and it was going to be a banger. Well, here is the post that I shared in that podcast. It says a story is about to break which has a national security aspect to it. He said it doesn't have to do with the current financial or SEX allegations. The royal family is about to be hit with another scandal. Thank God Harry and Meghan are far away from that SHIT show. Well, now we know exactly what he was talking about. Because y'all remember, I was very apprehensive about talking about this because Andrew Lowry had said it. And we know that he is nothing but a liar because he lied on Harry and had to backpedal and booty pop and admit that he maybe got it wrong. But I digress on that point. But because of that, I was not, full in on what he was saying was going to come to fruition. But you know what? A broke clock is right twice a day. And he was right on this one. Look at this. Now I'm going to put this up. This was in Rutgers and it says Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. We all unlovingly call him Prince. Andrew said the younger brother of King Charles shared official British trade documents with JE in 2010, leaking information to the late SEX offender from his role as a government envoy. Emails appears to show. That right there is going to put Andrew in prison. He is going to be the first British royal prince that I know of, especially in modern times, to go to prison. And I must say, I didn't see this one coming. It was not on my bingo card. But I tell you what was on my bingo card, that monarchy slipping down the drain. Yes, we all knew that they were rotten to the core, but did we know that it was going to be 2026 when all of this was going to come to fruition? No, I didn't. I didn't. Maybe y'all did, but I did not. And look at the front page of the scum. Who would have ever imagined that they would have put someone else on the front page dragging them other than Harry and Meghan? But here he is. It says Andy leaked envoy documents to JE. Yes, Andrew might have to go to jail. Even his brother is not going to be able to protect him on this one because they are absolutely coming for him. And they need to. Let's not get it twisted. It's not like he's being persecuted. This man has been the dregs of the earth. When you go through those files and things that are being reported that these people was up to, like I said earlier, cannibalism and whew, baby farming, which is crazy to me. And nobody knows what happened to those babies. Some people say they were eating them. I don't know, y'all. It is so out of my mind type things that they are saying went on in this SEX ring that JE was running, that he was the head of, and all these powerful men were a part of. It is crazy to me that all of this was allowed to go on. It absolutely is mind blowing. But the squatty that posted this front page from the scum said, a story is about to break with a national security aspect to it. That's what Andrew Lowry said a couple of days ago. And this squatty said, and here it is. Yes. And I believe Andrew was put in that position to do exactly what he was doing. I mean, these people, the inner workings of the world, the common man, the common woman, we don't have any idea what these people are up to. They are rich for a reason. And it definitely seems like they're perverted as well. I mean, is it something about getting a whole lot of money that makes you into a fiend? Because these files tell a very clear story of a bunch of people who are nothing but monsters. And that is absolutely not me exaggerating. I'm not using that word loosely. These people are literally monsters. They are. Prince Andrew, Prince Edward, who they say was on the island, Sir Richard Branson, Alan Dershowitz, who is one of the most famed lawyers that it is, and a law professor at Harvard Law. I don't know if he's still there or not, but yeah. And he is the one who defended the one that shall not be named tooth and nail until the end. And now we know why. These people are sadistic monsters. I can't even get my head around all the stuff that is coming out in these JE files, what these people have done. I can't. And I'm going to put this up, and this is another reason why Charles can no longer protect Andrew and is saying that they can come on his property and arrest him. Pretty much that's what he's saying. He's saying that he's going to cooperate with the police. And as you can see, this was in GB News. It says King Charles King Charles's aide oversaw royal protection at J.E.'s home, email claims. Yes, one of Charles's staffers that is in present employment with him oversaw security at J.E.'s island. Yes, that is what's in those JE files. This is what's coming out. This is the reason why Charles cannot hold the dam back and protect Andrew anymore, and is saying pretty much he's going to cooperate with the police if they choose to come and get him. This particular squatty reposted this and said, taxpayer funded raw protection was used for Prince Andrew in New York while staying at the convicted pedo's apartment for over a week. Yet the royal family couldn't protect Prince Harry, his biracial wife, and their baby. Their location was leaked, and instead wishing harm would come upon them. Exactly. Yes, they would not protect Harry and Meghan, but they were in New York protecting Andrew at a pedo's house. And they knew it was a pedo's house. Don't get it twisted. They knew. The Queen knew, Charles knew, Camilla knew, Kitty knew. They all knew. What a disgrace. And this particular squatty posted about it, and this is a repost. And the original post said King Charles's aide Peter Lowenbrow, who currently serves as Lord Steward of King Charles's, oversaw royal protection at J.E.'s home. Email claims the bullshites that the royal family and the British police didn't know what was going on all these years is falling like leaves. Where is the lie? Where is it? And that is the reason why Charles is coming out saying that they can come and get Andrew. Andrew got to go. They consider him as the cancer now, and they're trying to cut him out to try to save the body, meaning the monarchy. And so he's out of there. He is absolutely going to go to jail. But this is my thoughts, y'all. He might end up like J.E. You know how he ended up. Yes, this very suspicious, unaliving himself. I would not be surprised if Andrew actually unalives himself during the time he is in prison. Not long after. Y'all tell me what y'all think, but I really think that that is what is going to happen. I'll tell you the reason why I'm predicting that is because Andrew knows so much. Just like J.E. knew so much, all of a sudden he came up DEAD. And so is Andrew if he goes to prison. I really believe that with everything in me. It's going to come out that he has unalived himself. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think, but that's my thoughts. And this squatty that reposted this said the same man who pulled Prince Harry's security and endangered Harry, Archie, and Meghan was the one who oversaw security for Prince Andrew at J.E.'s house. An already convicted pedo and sex trafficker. The Royals and the British police have no issues with J.E. They all knew they are untouchable. Well, Andrew he's not untouchable anymore. And boy, is it getting close to Charles. It is very, very damning. It is. And look at this one. It says leaked emails reveal King Charles's aide oversaw royal protection at J.E.'s island. They all knew he's not fit to be king. This is truly disgusting. When you think about those little girls over there on that island, and they're also protecting Edward. Yes, not a peep about Edward being in the JE files, but he's there and he is being called out and called to the front by a 13-year-old child. I'm just saying. And this squatty says, I hear whenever J.E. came, no pun intended, to the palace, the name changed from Buckingham Palace to Effingham. That was the royal protocol. Randy Andy is taking down the monarchy single handedly. I cannot with squatties. Not Effingham Palace. From this point on, I will never say Buckingham Palace again. It will always and forevermore be Effingham Palace. It is just too delicious, too messy, too petty, and it is just everything. Yes, Effingham. And I'm going to put this up because I have saw so many articles and comments from those flying monkeys over there who are just saying to the royal family that what they're doing is not enough. But I had to feature the one from Piss on Moron because he posted on X. He said, we're all deeply concerned. I don't think a bland two-line statement from a spokesman is going to cut it for the Royals now. The JE scandal is in danger of becoming an existential threat to the monarchy itself if they don't tackle the Andrew crisis head on. That's what he said. I'm just shocked. And the squatty that posted this said, even their biggest cheerleader is side eyeing them, meaning Kate and Willie. Yes, and the king. I think right after what that congressman said, and right after all these flying monkeys came out and said what they were doing was not enough, Charles came out and said, if the police come for him, we're going to give him to he will absolutely go with the police if they show up. Now that is a shocker to me. But yes, I mean from Jabo, from A.N. Wilson. A.N. Wilson said that for the first time he really didn't feel that the monarchy would go on. Now that is a statement. Oh, it is a lot of them. People are saying these things, even flying monkeys, even the ones who bend over backwards and absolutely turn themselves inside out to prop that family up, is speaking out and saying that these people are in trouble. And you know who else is in trouble? That would be the Norwegian crown princess. They have started to drop her. And that would be unheard of if it wasn't for JE and her being so closely associated with him. And this squatty posted about it and said the Norwegian consult of mental health has dropped Matite Marie and stopped their association with her after she was revealed as a very close friend to a pedo and sex predator, JE. Her close association with him does not go along with the victims the consort is helping. Yes, 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 yes. That is starting to fall apart over there in Norway as well. And I hope she crashes and burns because to be associated with a man who has caused so much pain, I mean, and you called him your friend and you hung out at his house, that tells me everything I need to know about your character. I'm just saying. As you can see, this other squatty posted at the bottom and it says Norway's mental health counselor paused its collaboration with Princess Mette Marie. They demand clarity on her relationship with JE, emphasizing that abuse and trafficking are incompatible with their work supporting victims. Yeah, yeah, they coming for her neck. And like I said, I have no problems with it because can you imagine what she co-signed? Because being a friend with this man, you're co-signing everything that he did. I'm just saying. And look at this one. It says new. Norway's ambassador to Iraq and Jordan, Mona Uhl, resigns over links to JE. And a squatty reposted that article and said, Norway's ambassador Mona Ull and her husband received crazy money from JE, a villa in Paxo Island. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in Greece, worth millions. Both of her kids paid education, paid vacations, paid expenses. Unbelievable. Norway, a country advertising human rights and protection of women and young children. She had to go, didn't she? She absolutely had to go. I mean, the corruption is to the bone. It really is. Is it anything or anybody worth saving at this point? I'm just saying. And I'm going to leave y'all with this last post. And I absolutely got a cackle out of it. This squatty said the headlines they used over years to hurt Harry and Meghan have come back full circle to hurt their own, and they can't escape them. God is God. Yes. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? And that is exactly what has happened. All right, y'all. I know this has been a scattershot podcast. I'm telling you, still not feeling my best, but I did the best I could. So love me through it, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.